Warriors. But I'll tell you, Houston proved to all of us something that so many of us thought that they lacked. That is a nearly impossible challenge in today's NBA, maybe in sports in general. Trying on the road in their house to come back from double digits, a 12-point deficit in the fourth quarter when that Warriors team has Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. I don't want to hear about Andre Iguodala being injured because that has nothing to do with the fact that the Warriors stunk it up shooting-wise last night and defensively could not solve the Chris Paul theory in that fourth quarter because CP3 was on a different level. And adding CP3 has clearly paid dividends, but none more so than in that game. He was great to close out the Jazz last series, but last night, Chris Paul elevated his game. And his ability to empower the rest of that roster in a place like that, in a moment like that, in a game like that says so much. I am so impressed by Harden. I am so impressed by Chris Paul. I am so impressed by the Rockets because they felt like, to me, to be the rich kids that knew they had a lot around them but didn't necessarily have the grit. They knew that they had a lot of resources and life seemed easy, but they didn't have the dirt underneath the fingernails to truly win, to truly succeed when things got hard. And the Rockets proved it last night. This is now a 2-2 series, and Houston has grabbed back home court advantage. And this means, think about how different the series is. 2-2 with 5 and 7 at home. The final 2 out of 3 games in Houston versus being down 3-1 and having to somehow figure out a way to rip off 3 straight. Again, I hate saying must wins when it's not an elimination game. But last night was as close as you're going to get to a must win for the Houston Rockets. And I said on yesterday's show, this was James Harden's moment. That James Harden, if he was going to be the NBA MVP, if he was going to be the straw that stirs the drink in Houston, he was going to have to go for 35 points in last night's game. Go down swinging. And early when Harden passed up that wide open three-pointer, nobody closing on him, I said, see, he doesn't have it. But he finishes with 30 points, even though he didn't have a very good shooting night from beyond the arc. Chris Paul, 27 and 4 assists. And that Rockets team proved that they've got the guts.